on our website, crosskeyshomes.co.uk, where you can also use...
Right, for your data protection reasons, I'm now giving you my date of birth, okay? I'm quite aware of verbal contracts, so I know why joinder is used while being recorded. So I'm quite happy to give you that information. 260467.
That's perfect, thank you. And you said you had an incident occur?
That's right, yeah. Well, you know how it is in this inbred village. They're continuing with their little setup game to try and get me evicted.
Okay.
So I thought I'd update the information for you after posting it on my social media accounts publicly that the police are monitoring. Okay?
Okay.
Because everyone's concerned, unfoundedly, as to whether I'm following the judge's instructions from when I was set up. Okay? Have you got me so far?
Yeah.
Right. Well, the instigator revealed herself, and then when she couldn't shut it up any longer and found out it had been put on the internet, public, for the police to see, she decided to try and instigate another fight. And it resulted in another threat of violence being made against me while I'm in my back garden, pottering about, doing my disabled thing, making a bit of fencing and making a beehive.
Okay, and who did those threats of violence against?
Well, if I name names, then the inbred clique will just close ranks and deny everything. So I'm just referring you back to the original instigator who got me and the next door neighbour fighting, which caused this whole set-up court case.
Okay.
Okay? Now, the lady lives behind my house, directly behind my house, at number 11, I think it is.
Okay.
And the threat came from next door because the two women decided to manipulate a man again, using exactly the same tactics as what was used in the set-up court case to get me in court. Currently, I'm having my bank account messed about with electronically by the state, who are abusing the Investigatory Powers Act. And because I'm disabled and been staying at home just watching, waiting, I haven't had a chance to get to the bank that I'm just going to go and deal with today before my ESA goes in the bank tomorrow and gets stolen as well. Because it all comes from that local post office. It all began there. Like I told your company in the last contact phone call I had with you, I went to the post office, suffering sleep deprivation from all the stress and the anxiety and the PTSD. Took £160 out, which I typed into the keyboard, and went and done my shopping in Morrison's. Because I couldn't be bothered getting distracted by their stupid games around here, so I went and spent my money in Morrison's, which my card was then declined. Should have already had money in there from last time's ESA from 2 weeks ago, including my disability benefit, which went in there on last Tuesday. And I'm suddenly £197 in debt with no debt facility on my bank account. So they expose themselves electronically. Because I don't have my bank account set up for credit or any debt. It's not even allowed to go £1 in debt. Now, why would they want me to have no money in my bank account to pay my rent with? Why would that be?
I wouldn't be able to say.
Well, have I not already said what the little inbred clique are doing to try and get me evicted? Because the police are very aware of it.
Yeah.
And obviously there was a lady within your own company, can't pronounce her second name, a Daniela something or other, that withheld evidence from the set-up court case, didn't she? Who was parroting what the police were saying, wasn't she? So I've phoned up today to cover my arse legally, because I didn't threaten violence back when threatened with violence. But I stood my ground and said, your choice, mate. You're threatening me in front of all the neighbours, and the good neighbours can hear you too. So you're not playing for the audience what you're intending it for, to set me up again. Right?
Yeah.
So, since I've been called antisocial amongst other things, including now a paedophile, because this lady reckons I've been staring in her son's bedroom window. Really? So if I sit in my grandson's bedroom, which he stays in when he comes to stay here at the weekend, using the internet cable that I put in that bedroom for him to do his homework on, if I'm sitting in that back room trying to catch the fence hoppers that keep gaining access to the back of my property and messing with my property, that's what I'm there to do, not to be staring in little boys' bedroom windows. I'm not interested in their inbreds. There's a fixed point camera next door that's pointing at that direction. So would everything not have been caught on film? That's right, it would, wouldn't it? And if I'm not in the garden and that's still pointed in that direction, it is that camera that's pointing at a little boy's bedroom window, isn't it?
Right.
Oh. So by them calling me a paedophile, my camera's definitely not pointed in no bedroom windows, front or back of the house. They were put up for my own personal protection, remember? It's written on the application of why I wanted them put up. To protect myself, my livestock, and my property. Alright, so I didn't fall for the game. The reset up to try and get me to breach probation or whatever else. That isn't really probation, because it's being done by responsible officers. No one knows what officers, of course. So I still haven't managed to sort out the rent payment yet, because I haven't been able to get to anywhere to pay it with my PayPoint card. Still got the cash in my wallet from the £160 I drew out, but just haven't had a chance to sort it yet, because I've had to stay put and let them expose themselves, rather than running down into the city, getting distracted, worrying, being anxious about my money, whether I'm going to be able to pay my bills. I've been quietly having a flutter amongst friends, with the footy. So I'm all right for cash. And cash is king, isn't it, when the system goes down? Right. So as soon as I can get to somewhere, after going to the bank today to make sure no more of my money's stolen from my account by these inbred fools and their system, and my disability claim is put back how it should be, with the mobility component, because I'm struggling to get about now and my bike needs an electric assist kit, just like I put on my official PIP claim. So there is no suspicion of benefit fraud either, because everyone's been telling the truth, myself and my doctor. So the whole set-up court case to get access to my full medical record went on the bonfire when I was having a barbecue at the weekend, because I ran out of emergency gas and couldn't go to the set-up post office to even get my gas because of the inbred games that are going on around here. So I lit the barbecue to cook my vindaloo out in the public, in the garden, using old bits of pallets, barbecue coals, and of course the full medical record, except for the one page that states that I was gassed deliberately by my neighbour. That was the only page I saved from it and put it in my wallet safely. The rest made a lovely vindaloo. So, are you quite happy with the information that I've given you? And have you put it down word for word? Because it's a recorded call, isn't it? So it can all be checked, can't it? And verified.
Of course it can.
There you go.
My note.
So once again, what was your name? Sorry, I'm bad with names. I you know, it's part of my disability due to the medication.
My name is Santa.
Your name's Santa. Well, thank you very much, Santa, for listening today. I am just alerting you now that I have also been recording this call for my own protection, to make sure that the information that I've given you, no offence to yourself, is given correctly of what I've stated to you, okay? And I've named no names, but I've pointed you in the right direction.
Yep.
I'm not putting up with this no longer, because I'm doing nothing wrong, don't deserve what I'm getting. I'm not going to be evicted just because other people are playing games, trying to manipulate, trying to get men fighting against fellow men. And it's all the bitches doing it. I'm just, you know, what they might call antisocial, because I'm picky about the women that I choose to interact with. Doesn't make me a weirdo, does it? Doesn't make me a paedophile or a rapist, does it? So names don't bother me, because there's nothing here that it piques my interest. I'm waiting on a lady. And she's been watching closely. Okay, that's all I can say on that side of it. Alright?
Yeah, that's fine, thank you.
There you go then. So are you happy with the way I've communicated with you today?
Yeah, that's absolutely fine.
Alright, lovely. Thank you very much. As soon as I can get to pay that rent payment of, I think it's about either 55 or, no, sorry, either 53 or 58. I can't remember off the top of my head. So I'm going to be paying 55 into it. Okay.
Okay.
I've obviously got to keep funds handy just in case it takes a little while for the system to put it back how it was before they interfered with it. Okay, so I don't have control over my bank account. The government seem to though. And they're the ones that have been abusing the Investigatory Powers Act, haven't they, for the council and the local MP. Even sending old Smelly Knickers Pretty Patel up herself to have a look. Because she wants to know what she's authorising. So they went to Central Park, didn't they? Just to see the scene that's on my public Facebook profile with my 2 dead dogs that were killed on it. Right? So I know what's going on. But I'm still winning while they're losing. Okay? So I'm going to leave you in peace to let you have a lovely day working away. While I go and sort out what needs to be sorted out now. With no hindrance. And everyone's going to stay out of my way while I get it sorted out. Okay?
Yep, that's fine. Thank you.
Alright. Lovely. Thank you very much for listening. You have a lovely day now, Santa, okay?
You too.
All the best. God bless. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Right, now I can find my system up. I'll leave this video on the phone just in case I do get any police interference, and then they'll be able to watch the video, won't they? Even if it doesn't get uploaded, and then they'll have to act on it, won't they? So there's no rush to upload this one or the one I recorded in the garden. $18.15 at 38.15.